there's so many different ways to customize a wheelchair. I think I'll show pictures to make it look punk as fuck. These spokes, you can put straws around them and make them colorful. A lot of people do rainbows, and so when it spins, it does a really cool thing. Next, we have wheel covers. You can get a rim cover, makes it grippy. You can make it colorful. We have whole covers like this, where it covers the entire thing, and that can be painted. You can buy them painted. They're really cool designs. Oh, and of course, we have the spiked studded handles that people do so that people don't grab your wheelchair. That's functional and punk. On other wheelchairs, I have glued pieces of cardboard to this that I've made and painted to make them look cool. You could try painting it if you wanted. I don't know what kind of primer, it depends on what it's made of. I have stuck a bunch of wings in the back here, or some wheelchairs have pockets back here, and I just slid the wings in there so it looked like I had wings. Other things you can do, you can put vinyl, stickers, all of those things on a wheelchair. Stickers. I like holographic stickers specifically. A lot of wheelchair users put stickers on the back. Mine is fabric. You can save 2-pin patches on the back if it's fabric. And infinite more possibilities, but that's the most common things that I find that are alterations and accessories for your wheelchair to make it look cool. A lot of people with wheelchairs actually do make spiked handles. And the reason they're so popular is because people literally grab the handles and push people without their consent. There are lots of styles. This is a big enough problem that literally Amazon and eBay sell these. They're punk as heck, they look super cool. Unfortunately, my wheelchair doesn't need that because I actually need people to push me a lot. I have like chronic fatigue and I'm not super strong because I'm not in my wheelchair 24/7. So when I go out, like half of the time someone's pushing me or someone's behind me so that other people don't randomly just grab my stuff. But even when I don't want people to push me, I've got like a little secret on my wheelchair that fixes this problem. My handles actually flip down. It gone. Super easy if I need them back. This is actually incredibly useful for being able to fit it into places like cars, but I still could make a little studded cover. A lot of people make them themselves. It's really easy. I don't have the supplies to start studying stuff, but if I start studying like other things in my closet, I totally might make one just for fun because it's punk as fuck. It looks so cool. Also, while I was looking for pictures, I found this, and this makes me so happy. It's just so cool. I've been down a rabbit hole for wheelchair styling, and do you know how many glowing LED light accessories there are for bikes? A lot, yeah? When it spins, it does that. These glowing circles, fantastic. You can use it on your wheelchair. It just attaches to the middle. You can put it on your rim. They're adjustable for different wheel sizes. You can put it on the frame of it. You can have a little disco ball guy that shoots colors on the floor around you. You bring the rave with you. You also can have these little vinyl stickers. They're so cute. You can get these tiny little guys that just look like tiny little lights. And then you move and it does this cool thing. Truck nuts. Unfortunately, truck nuts are an option. You got these zoom guys, they go fast, you gotta go zoom. But these guys are actually my favorite.
Reflective stickers need no batteries. Microscopic glass spheres reflect headlights back to the cager's eyeball.
They're so shiny! You can put them wherever you want.
Customize your bike.
Rainbow.
Variation. Wow, who likes the car brand?
You can be as cool as you want. Put whatever you want on your wheelchair. Use this for evil. Oh, so you want to style your wheelchair kind of like Cars themed? Here are a few options, few ideas. The first thing that I think of is vinyl. You can actually use vinyls that are made for cars, bikes, and skateboards. I actually prefer looking for bike decals, just because the tubing is very similar in shape to a lot of wheelchair tubing, and they come in stickers like this. You can also just use vinyl wrap. This can change the color, you can make it reflective. My favorite stickers are holographic, and there are just so many options. You can also just straight up buy the vinyl that they use on cars. You'd have to like know how to put that on, but like, so cool, giving car. Okay, but I must close out for the little ones. There actually are wheelchair covers that are made to make your wheelchair look like a car. A lot of people make them themselves, and another very interesting accessory that you can actually add is a lot of bike things. When you put this on, it like turns around in a circle and it can look really cool. I actually found out that there are a ton of light things that you can use for a wheelchair. There are these small little LEDs that you put on the spoke. When you turn the wheels, they create these different patterns. Stuff. I don't know why it's giving car to me, but I feel like. But do you want to know what the most car accessory that I found? Glowing truck nuts. You're gonna tell me that's not giving car? Who doesn't want glowing truck nuts on their wheelchair or bike? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, but for real, like there's cool stuff like this, and they're all on Amazon, and they're really cool. And so many of them would work for wheelchairs. Okay, I have a few cane styling secrets. This is also going to be applicable for crutches, canes, some walkers, and just like stick mobility aids that you have. Stickers are always the easiest way to cover these things in personality. This creator, Catherine, actually covered her crutches in some lesbian ribbon for Pride Month. She has a tutorial on it, but I think what she does is she uses zip ties to secure them. Something else you can do is I've seen a lot of people make very cool staffs. People make these out of clay, out of like cardboard, adding flowers onto it. There are just so many tutorials on how to make like a mushroom staff, and a lot of them you can actually add to your cane. You gotta make sure that it's gonna be safe and stable, but like there are a lot of really great ideas. A lot of people will wrap their cane in like different flora, adding things like butterfly. This creator has a clear cane and they put glowing butterflies around it. Fantastic execution. And it matches her so well. This creator glued gems onto the little flowers. If you want to go a little bit harder, some people stud their cane. There used to be a guide out there, I'm not sure if it is still, but you kind of have to like sand it and then glue this on with some really good glue. But yeah, that's an option. Canes are super versatile, and there's also a lot of them out there that are already styled. This cane was around $15 on Amazon. Some of them go around $20, $25, but a lot of them are floral and a lot of feminine. But yeah, so many options for canes. Fantastic. Okay, I've always been really passionate about customizing my mobility aids and making them look really cool. I do a lot of costuming, so every time I have a costume, I customize my mobility aid to fit it. I could honestly do a series on it because I've been using mobility aids since like 2018. Here's my customized steampunk Tinkerbell, where I put cogs on the wheels that I made myself, and then I stuck wings that I made in the back pouch of it, so the wings were actually attached to the wheelchair. And the wheelchair was already made of leather and metal, so it like matched the theme perfectly. Obviously, we have my wheelchair cover for the Renaissance Festival, where I'm like a peasant and I'm called Dirt, so this is like all messed up and it's covering for it. Love it. I also have 3 canes. One is pink with florals, the other's like a brown brassy color, and then I have one that's studded with like pink studs. It's awesome. And then I always customize my crutches. I've got tons of stickers all over them. My at-home wheelchair also has a bunch of stickers all over them. I covered one of my wheelchairs in vinyl to try and make it look like it was wood. Like, I've done so many things, and there's so many options out there, so if you want, I can show you more. I'm really passionate about making my mobility aids really fashionable and fun. I'll show you like my collection of canes. My very first cane was this, and I got it on Amazon. It is $14, and it folds up and it's really cute. I used it when I went to prom, and it was so pretty with my dress. It's a really pretty pink floral cane. It's super feminine. There's a close-up of mine. I literally brought it every day. I've used it so much. And then here's me using it for another costume. It's like Tinkerbell. The next cane I got it at Goodwill for like $4. It's like brass and has a wood handle. I really like it. And I ended up giving away the floral one to my friend. Wild card. Okay, so the other thing I use that's kind of like a cane is I made this like fun gun that Harley Quinn uses, and I just like used it as a cane. Oh my god, I almost forgot about the one that I use now. It's the coolest one! A neon pink studded cane. It matches all the colors that I really love, and it's really into alternative fashion, and it's my favorite cane, but the people who are making it no longer make them. But that's my canes. I still have crutches and wheelchairs to do for this series, because I've customized lots of mobility aids. Okay, this is my favorite cane, and I'm actually going to show you how you can make a cane like this. I actually have to repair a little bit of this. So for my cane, a few studs have fallen off, and I'm just going to be fixing that too. So here's what you would need if you're going to start from a new cane that doesn't have any studs on it. This can also work on any mobility aid, especially like crutches and stuff. You're going to want to look up stitch-on studs because they're all in a line. It also might come up with mesh, but you want them all to be connected to each other and have a flat back. There's a ton of different colors. Other than that, you're going to need some E6000. Make sure you're wearing gloves when you're using this, and E6000 is actually the only glue that they suggested. Really important that you have a very strong glue. Also, if you're starting from scratch, you're going to need some sandpaper. That is actually the hardest part of this whole thing. Basically, the process is you got your mobility aid, you sandpaper where you're going to be attaching studs. You really got to grit that up so that it has something to hold on to. And like I'm going to do, I'm just going to glue my studs right on. May have to go back and actually sand off this past glue, but we'll see. Shout out to Sabine for doing this first. This is where I got that cane. All this information about how they do it. Currently, they're out of business, but I continually get compliments from this mobility aid. There are so many different ways to decorate a mobility aid and customize it for yourself. Like you can do flat things like stickers or vinyl or like painting it yourself, which already has like a million possibilities to it. But there's also a lot of ways to put like physical things around it, like upholstery for a wheelchair. There's also like prop things. My friend just told me that they put little spider rings on their cane and like try and attach it with that, but that's so smart. Lots of other people use like vines, like fake vines and flowers and stuff that they put on canes, rollators, and mobility aids. For my Renaissance wheelchair, I put a piece of fabric over the front and back of it. There are also like accessories, so you can like buy bags, and those bags can be decorated. You can put pins on things. You can also like stud mobility aids, which is literally amazing. I have a studded pink cane. You can also add chains to mobility aids for like a wrist strap. Genuinely, there are so many different ways. Like people are so creative, and like you can show your style so many different ways with mobility aids.